Is it the true of nations as well? Because, India is doing well economically, but we have a debt to GDP of more than 80%. We talk about the Adani Group and how it was unraveling because of excessive debt. At what point do we start worrying about nations which are doing quite well, but their debt is slowly beginning to get out of hand?
The thing about national debt is it's unlike corporate debt, where corporate debt, you have no escape hatch, right? You default. National debt, your escape hatch is you print money. So your worry with national debt is not that nations will default, but that inflation will essentially be the consequence. So as long as you keep growing, as long as there's real growth, you can avoid that. But when the real growth slackens is when you start to see governments being tested. What are you going to do now about the deficits you're running? So I think it's an issue across the world is, as with markets, we've had a decade of excess where governments had spent trillions of dollars, especially around COVID. And now the bill is coming due. We've had a party, a really long party, and the hangover reflects how long the party lasted. So it's going to be painful getting out of it, but it's something that we almost have to do to get back to a healthier state of being.
My last question is the most difficult one, Ashwath, is which everybody's grappling with, because the last few weeks have raised fears of a 2008 kind of a situation again. Do you think we will get away lighter this time, or could we be staring at a crisis of that magnitude?
Could we is a weak word. Of course, we could be. I don't think, in terms of probabilities, I don't think it's a high probability event, but there's definitely the chance it could happen. I mean, anybody who claims it cannot happen is lying. There's nothing in the system that can prevent a panic like like we saw in 2008. But here's the good news. We did survive 2008 and we came out intact. It created an incredible amount of pain, but we got through that. So even if that is the outcome, you got to figure out a way of surviving the outcome and coming out on the other side. Because sometimes there are opportunities in the worst of threats, and that's something that I think we need to keep in mind.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.